You're listening to the Daily Sales Tips Podcast, and I'm your host, Scott Ingram. Today's tip comes from Mary Grothe. After a very successful sales career selling millions in revenue, Mary formed Sales BQ, a firm of fractional revenue leaders who serve companies by profitably rebuilding their marketing, sales, and customer success departments and helping them holistically scale their revenue. Here she is.
Being a top sales performer requires you to prepare and to plan. I've had the pleasure of working with hundreds, if not thousands of salespeople. And I'm also a salesperson and I'm a former number one rep. And I know that the difference between how I showed up to the role and how my internal peers showed up and how my competition showed up, I know why I succeeded. I know why I was number one. And planning my day was a big piece of that. I was so structured and meaningful and purposeful in every task that I did. And when I fell behind in a task, when I didn't do something, it had a direct result on my performance. I never was not understanding why I missed a key metric or number. I could always trace it back to something I didn't do. If you think about planning your day and the actions that need to take place during the day in order for you to succeed, you could think about those as seeds, like seeds that you plant in the ground, seed planting. If your thoughts, words, and actions were seeds, what kind of harvest would you yield? What kind of fruit will you bear? You can't plant apple seeds and expect oranges. You can't expect top sales performance, but then not do the work. And if you break it down to the basic structure of how you plan your day, you will win. You will succeed. There are so many hacks to planning out your day. Here are a few of my favorites. First, I planned the day before it started. I planned it the day before. I did weekly and monthly planning, and then I would double check that day's plan the night before. I made sure I knew exactly what time to wake up. I had already committed to a wake up time, committed to the elements of that morning's routine, whether it included working out or a certain type of breakfast or a stop at a coffee shop or not. I knew exactly what time I was planning on being in the office, or if I was attending a networking event or going to meet with a key partner or an early prospect meeting, or if I'm committing to an early prospect block to be sure I can reach CEOs before the receptionist comes into the office. I always had a plan. I knew to the minute of how my morning was going to run. That enabled me to be set up for a wildly successful day. I'd always look at the day and I would identify what was revenue generating and what was not. If I didn't have enough revenue generating tasks in the day in order to set myself up for success, to hit the metrics, to hit my number for the month, the quarter, the year, I adjusted the day. I canceled non-important meetings. I moved other tasks around. I added an extra prospecting block or a meeting with a referral partner. I did everything that I needed to do to succeed. And it all started with planning my day. My work was purposeful. It was planned. And it yielded results. How diligent are you on planning your day?
For more about Mary and Sales BQ, including your opportunity to take the Sales BQ quiz, just click over to dailysales.tips/714 and we'll have everything for you there. Once you've done that, be sure to come back tomorrow for another great sales tip. Thanks for listening.